Bluesboyjag here by request. 6-string cigar box guitar boogie, John Lee Hooker style. This is my good old-fashioned first 6-string I ever made. I've played a ton of gigs on this one, as you can tell. It's pretty beat up. Had to reinforce it a couple of times. $6 pickup. Sounds great. Doesn't look so great, but it gets the job done. All right, so this is kind of a John Lee Hooker boogie style. First thing you want to do, use your thumb and your first 2 fingers. So your thumb goes on the 5th string for now. Your first finger is on the 4th, and your second finger is on the 3rd string. This is pretty much the home base for open G tuning 6-string cigar box guitar. So what we have here is a D string. That's a E tuned down to D. That's your regular 6-string tuned down to D. Your next string is an A tuned down to G. Your next string is a D tuned normal to D. That's your regular 4th string tuned to D. And your 3rd string tuned normal to G. Your 2nd string tuned normal to B, and your 1st string down to D. D, G, D, G, B, and D. Super common 6-string open tuned. So the trick on this one is thumb and first 2 fingers. So my thumb is on the 5th string, my first finger is on the 4th, and my second finger is on the 3rd. So what we're going to do is some boogie. So we're going to start with your thumb plucking down, and then your 2 fingers are going to pluck up. And you're going to pluck up on the 4th and 3rd strings. Your thumb's going to stay on the 5th string. But we're not going to do it like that. We're going to make it funky. It's going to be boom da boom da boom da boom da boom da. So let's start out slow and we'll speed up. I'm only using my thumb and 1st and 2nd fingers. My pinky is anchoring on the guitar like that, just to keep everything steady. Up close. Notice how my 3rd finger is just kind of hanging there. Hopefully your finger doesn't do that. I don't have a whole lot of good control playing guitar with that 3rd finger. A little bit. So I'm really just using my thumb, 1st finger, and 2nd finger. My pinky is anchoring on the guitar. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. Actually, there's a whole slew of ways you can do this, but we're just going to keep it simple. Well, that right there is not really a boogie. And you're thinking, well, it sounds like a boogie to me. It's sort of a boogie, but it's kind of a boring boogie. So what we're going to do is starting with the up pick on my first and second strings. My thumb is on that fifth string, my second finger's on the third, and my first finger is on the fourth. So what we're going to do is ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. The very first ba, which is your pick, your foot is up. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. That's what you want to be hearing in your head. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. So I'm plucking my first two fingers first and then my thumb. But we don't want to make it even, like ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. What you want to do is ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. And the very first ba, your foot is up. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And what I'm saying here is ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. I'm not fretting anything at all right now. We're going to get fancier, so don't get bored. So my foot is going up when I'm plucking that first pluck. So I'm starting this song on the upbeat. When I'm doing this, that means that's the upbeat, because you can't see my foot. So start out slow, nice and even. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Not fretting anything, everything's open. When you speed it up, it sounds like this. Speed it up real fast. Crazy fast. We're going to keep it pretty slow for now. So, first two fingers up, thumb down on the fifth string. Again, second finger is on the third string and your first finger is on the fourth. Remember, you want to make it kind of bumpy. You want to make it kind of funky and bumpy. I don't know if bumpy is the right word. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. That third finger again is doing nothing. It just kind of follows the second finger. Hopefully yours doesn't do that. So, start out on that. Don't go too fast. Unless you get bored. If everything is nice and steady, then I give you permission to go faster. So your foot should also be tapping always, 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 always. Did I say always? I think I said always. Tap your foot. Why? Why is that so important, Jag? Not only to keep the tempo, of course, but it keeps your whole body playing that rhythm. Your brain, your hands, your foot, everything. So that's a shuffle. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. Now we're going to add more to it. All I'm doing is walking, and that means I'm using my first finger on that fifth string, third fret. Then I'm plucking the open D string, or the fourth string. That's all I'm doing there, is the fifth string open, fifth string, third fret, fourth string open, and the fourth string, third fret. thumb and first finger down here. That's what you call the boogie. So that just gives you a little bit more options there for your boogie. You can do one at a time, in other words, bass and one pluck up on one string, or you can do two pluck ups on two strings. We started out with two strings at a time. So we do the bass, and we walk on down, but I'm using my thumb and my first two fingers starting on the fifth string. Now I'm going to the fourth, third, second, and first. What I like to do is jump around a lot. So I might start out just remember, as you go down to the smaller strings, you're going to have to move this hand down from the fifth string, for instance, fourth, third, second, and so forth. Now you don't have to just go up and down. That would be kind of boring. You want to jump around a lot. So I might go up one or two and hang there for a bit. I might go up to another string, let's say the third string, hang there for a bit. Now I'm going to go to the fourth. So that's your third string with my thumb, and the fourth, and a third. And I'm plucking these two strings on any of those, these two fingers on any string. And this is strictly an open G chord with a couple of extra notes. So it's not really a riff. I guess you could say it's a riff. It's really kind of an exercise. The next thing we want to add here, or we could, we don't have to, is choking up here. So let's start out this real slow. Same thing we did a minute ago, but now we're going to choke with the fretting hand. I'm just moving from the fifth string to the fourth and back down to the fifth, but I'm playing the third and fourth string open in between each bass note. So here's your bass note, and there's your third and fourth string. Just like I did before, but I'm doing two strings at a time with this hand. Now I'm just going to stay on that sixth string with my first finger here. I'm alternating my thumb between the fifth string and the fourth. So here's the fifth string and the fourth. I'm sorry, sixth. So you're starting on that fifth string and jumping down to the sixth, right there, and that's your fifth string. So you get the idea. All right, one more thing. I'm going to be moving my thumb down here to the fourth string, same thing we just did, and I'm going to end up playing the top two strings. Exact same fingerings, I'm just moving down. So let's stay on the fourth string with my thumb, and I'm going to stay on the first and second with my first finger and second finger. The faster you get, the more funky it gets, because you're muting the strings a split second before you're plucking them again, which is really cool. Try it real fast. Sometimes it's fun to start out at this tempo and then do a real quick lick, double or triple time, and then jump back to that tempo. So check out my website, bluesboyjag.com, cigar box guitars for 21 years. Let me know what lessons you would like me to play for you, and I'll do the best I can, and we'll see you next time.